Coach, how you doing? Congrats. All right. See you. Joining us from Creighton, head coach Jim Flannery, student athletes Kiani Lockett and Lauren Jensen. We'll begin with an opening statement from coach, then we'll open up for questions for the student athletes. When we get to the questions, please wait for the microphone and state your name and affiliation before your question. Coach.
Yeah, huge credit to Georgetown. I thought they really brought the fight tonight. I thought for 2.5 quarters they played really well, really well. Made some ridiculous shots. And our defense could have been better, I think. I thought down the stretch, we just really fought. We had different people step up. I mean, Kiani and Mal made some huge plays in that fourth quarter. And, I said it's a testament to Lauren and Morgan that, they had 42 points between them tonight. But, we get in the locker room, we're talking about the plays that Mal and Kiani made, which were really important. But we're not in that position if those guys don't go for 42. But I thought Georgetown, they're tough to play from behind. I thought they tried to control the tempo once they got ahead. We just hung in there. I think it got to 12 in the third quarter. I know Matt will know that, but I know it was 10. We just kept fighting, made plays, so we're really proud of our group, and that was an exhilarating game. I'm really happy with that, and I think it helps us. When you play a game like that, it's going to help you going forward.
Questions for the student athletes. We'll start over here on the right-hand side.
Matty Arenas, White and Blue Review. I guess for the players, this is nothing new for you in this arena, in this tournament. It's just pretty much thrillers. I guess how much did your experience in kind of those do or die down to the stretch games that you guys have played in the past prepare you for to kind of handle the pressure of the moment of what that was like down the stretch, despite how chaotic it got?
Yeah, like you said, we've been here before. I think every quarterfinal game that we've been a part of has been a battle. And like Flan said, Georgetown played great tonight, and just leaning on that experience, I always believed that we were going to come out on top. We kept fighting. We were right there the whole game and just kept chipping away, and that's what good teams do, and we definitely leaned into our experience in that.
Kiani, I think you missed some clutch free throws against St. John's in the last game and stayed late with Reese after the game shooting. I guess how ready for the moment were you tonight when you had to step up and win the game at the free throw line with the whole world watching you?
Yeah, those 2 free throws at St. John's really had me mentally kind of messed up. I know those were big free throws to put us ahead, I think by 4 at the time, maybe. So I just knew, I've been practicing, I've been in the gym. I say after practice, every practice, and make 5 free throws in a row. So I think when I got up there today, it was kind of just practice and not thinking too big of the moment. So yeah.
Questions for the student athletes. We'll go to Jim, second row on the left.
Lauren, you've seen a lot of Kelsey Ransom the last few years. Just run me through how fun that is to go head-to-head with 2 of you guys have bright futures, and must be a lot of fun to be challenged like that.
Yeah, she's a great player. So explosive, so athletic. She makes tough shots, and I think she had a lot of assists tonight too. She rebounds, she does everything, and so it's been fun going head to head with her. It always is, playing great players like that, and it's gonna be kind of sad a little bit to not have another matchup with her in college, but who knows? Maybe we'll see each other at the next level.
Up front.
Anna Bellinghausen with Hurrdat Sports. Who was dancing in the locker room post-game?
Allison Heathcock, she was dancing a little bit. And then, of course, Flan had to top it off with some of his dance moves. So a little bit of everyone today.
Jumping more than dancing.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Back on the right.
First of all, calling the moves is questionable, but it's nice of you. Lauren, you and Morgan kind of had to really step up down 12. That's a big hurdle with the way Georgetown plays and just, how potent they are offensively. What was kind of maybe some of the talking points you guys were going through to just go possession by possession and try to, get it to a point where you could get over the hump? What were those moments like?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it was really just one possession at a time. Honestly, the focus for us was more defensively this game. We obviously paid attention to our offense, but that wasn't really a problem. I know we got some good looks that we were missing, but you can't always control that. And so we knew we had to lock in, get stops, and that our offense was going to take care of itself.
Well, last year's game seemed to maybe frustrate you guys, and then it kind of like spiraled out of control. It seemed like that could have happened again today. How do you think it didn't? Like, why do you think it didn't?
Yeah, I think we have been doing a lot of like situational stuff in practice, and I think that has helped us, especially going against like our practice guys and stuff. But I think just being all of us a year older, and it's the 5th year like last year, and we don't want to go out how we did last year. So I think just staying composed and staying within ourselves, I think helps us a lot during these games.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Yeah, Mallory's defense. It seemed like, Flam was probably doing a good job keeping offense, defense, substitutions going, but Mallory, with 6'4" Jenkins, and then sometimes she was guarding Ransom, but just staying active, and then obviously the pick 6 to give you the lead finally was massive. What would you guys make of kind of just her ability to kind of be brave and make plays defensively?
Mal is so huge for us making plays like that. She gives us energy. She'll lock in on defense. She'll rebound. She'll just be gritty. And she did all of that tonight. Her impact, same with Kiani's impact on the defensive end. We all locked in, but those two were super gritty. They were guarding Ransom most of the time, making life tough, making plays on defense, and that's what got us back in the game. And so it's definitely huge, not only in this game, but this whole season. She's been doing that.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Ladies, thank you. Appreciate your
you.
time. Questions for Coach?
Open floor. Just bouncing off kind of Mallory's playmaking. Defensively, I think she had a couple deflections besides the pick 6, but obviously the pick 6 was like the culminating play of her fourth quarter defensively. I know it's hard to recall, especially in a thriller like that, but what did you see from her, and just kind of her will to not let you guys go down tonight?
Yeah, she made some big plays. I didn't realize she had 3 blocks until I just looked now, but 4 steals and 3 blocks. You think about that, and like you said, I thought the biggest play of the game was the pick 6. And honestly, in the second quarter when we gave up 30, I kept telling myself, I should probably put Mal back in. We're struggling defensively, but I'm wired more offense. You know me. I'm wired a little more offensively, and I think that's, you look back as a coach and you say, I got to be better at making sure, because if you look at what Ransom did as a distributor, facilitator in that first half, I think she had 7 of her 10 assists or 8 of her 10 assists were in the first half, and part of that is she was getting downhill against smaller players. We had to collapse, and Wilson hit a couple threes, and McBride hit one, and so I think I probably underplayed her in that second quarter, but I credit my staff. They were in my ear about the energy plays that she was making in the fourth quarter, because again, I'm looking at the score and I'm thinking, okay, we need Jamie maybe for offense, but just Mal, the offensive rebound piece too. So, credit to her. She just finds ways a lot of times to help us win games, and tonight was, she was huge.
I know with the veteran team, you have an expectation that they're going to be ready for the moment, that they're going to be poised, that they're going to do the right things when they need to do them. But last year was, an uncharacteristic kind of meltdown, if you will, in the semifinals against this team, and it seemed like the recipe was there for it to happen again. From that standpoint, how impressed are you with this group's ability to kind of learn from last year and not let it spiral when it could have tonight?
Yeah, it was a little different game. It was, last year was such a grinder. It was so low scoring. I felt like this game was a little bit more we were scoring a little bit easier. I mean, if you look at the first half, we shot almost 50%, made 5 threes, and only had 2 turnovers. So I'm like, it's not our offense. And again, part of that was a testament to them. And, they threw in the bank 3 at the end of the half. And, when Rivera hit that 3 at the end of the shot clock from 28 feet in the third quarter, I just was like, might have been the fourth quarter even, but you're just like, geez, it's their night. But I thought we just dug in. And, I just thought we stayed composed. I thought, probably more so. And again, I think our our ability to play off of Morgan and Lauren is impressive. I think Jamie can come in and do what she does, and I'm really pleased because I felt like we were ready to play. I thought we got off to a good start. It was, you're always worried when the other team has played the night before. You're worried that your nerves are going to be a little bit higher than theirs because they got to play last night. So I didn't think we showed nerves early, but I just thought they played really well. And again, I think our one-on-one defense wasn't great, but for the first half. But I thought we were better in the second half with one-on-one defense and then gang rebounding. It's hard. Jenkins is a beast to try to block out. She's just bigger and stronger, and I thought there were many times where we did our job, and she still got the rebound. So, but we hung in there, and this, like I said, this will serve us well.
I know you've said a lot about, almost everything can be said about Lauren and Morgan, but there's only one player left on the scoring chart that's ahead of Morgan after tonight. Lauren tied Connie with the game, when she tied it at 68. So,
Okay.
They're both, 2,000-point scorers comfortably now in CU uniforms. And also, on the rebounding part of it, Lauren got one when she was laying on her back. They were fighting down there.
Yeah.
What did you make of kind of your 2 stars just playing like stars, especially when you were down 10 still late in the third and just taking over?
Yeah, to think that we won that game only making 1 3 in the second half, I think is, again, a testament to toughness and how good those 2 are. Morgan I thought she settled one time in the mid-post. I thought she had Ryan on her and took kind of a quick fade away. But other than that, I thought she really tried to attack in the second half. And then Lauren didn't make threes tonight, but she got us 22 points. So that's experience, that's confidence, that's just the work that they've put in. And like I said, we were all celebrating the plays that Kiani and Mal made, but we're not in that position if those guys aren't as good as they are and don't show up at the level that they did tonight.
Kiani missed the clutch free throws against St. John's. She did stay after with Reese, and which can go either of 2 ways. Those are not pressure free throws when you're shooting them after the game. But tonight you're down 4. She draws the foul, hits both of those. You're tied. Final seconds, she draws the foul, hits both of those. What did you make of kind of her ability to kind of shake off a recent bad one and be poised and knock down clutch ones today?
Yeah, you're happy for her because she's, I think it helped that she made her first 2. She was 6 for 6, right? So she made her first 2. So you go into those 2 when you're down 4, knowing you made a couple, which I think helps. But yeah, our kids are really good about that. They're really good about good and bad. They feel too bad about letting their team down sometimes. They're right back in the gym, but that's what you want. And really happy for her. And to hit both of them at the end too, because if you hit one, that last possession plays out potentially a little different. You're just a little more comfortable being up 2 instead of 1. Because really, with that little time left, we weren't probably going to be able to get anything if they did score. So. Those were big.
And then my last one, strategically, they call the timeout, set up what they're doing. You get a look at kind of how they're aligned, call the other timeout to just put your final defense together. What were you hoping to take away, and how do you think you executed those last 4.7 seconds defensively?
Yeah, we want, as much as possible, we wanted Mal to stay on Ransom unless she came past the top of the key. So we were kind of specific, As soon as they came out, Mike drew up where they were, and I just said, look, if I think she's going to reject and try to catch the ball lower on the floor, foul line-ish, okay? And then if that's the case, we want Mal on her. So Mal, just play under her, expect her to not come high, okay? If she does come high, then we're fine with the switch, but I didn't want Ransom bullying Lauren or Molly or Kiani on a lower switch where she could get downhill. And you know, and then I wasn't sure if Jenkins was just going to be on the weak side to put it back, because they switched her position, I feel like, when they came back out of the timeout. But yeah, so that's what we wanted, was Mal underneath the three-point line on her, and anything outside, we wanted to just push them out and fight the dribble. And I can't remember exactly how it played out. I know Rivera had it and took the one dribble, and but yeah, I thought I regretted probably a couple times not using timeouts, but then when we had them all at the end, I thought that was helpful.
Coach, thanks for your time. Congrats.
Thank you.